Hey YouTube, I'm in one of my favorite places for filming. I'm in the car. The lighting's great, and I'm taking off my glasses. Actually the sun is coming in the window. It feels kind of good. I'm making one of my talking videos. I don't know what. I'm trying to get comfortable here. Maybe this isn't my favorite place to make a video. Anyway, I got a comment on one of my health video things that I've been doing, because I have some medical things that I've been going through, and they were talking about what it feels like to go under when you have surgery. So I thought, maybe I'll address some of these issues for people, especially younger people that haven't had to go through a lot of stuff like I have. And not say that I've been really sick during my lifetime, because I haven't, but I have had 5 C-sections, an appendectomy, and various other things like endoscopy, and I've somehow been able to escape a colonoscopy. One of these days they're going to get me though, but I've been able to escape that so far. I'm not looking forward to that. But anyway, yeah, when the question about what it feels like when you go under, I think it depends on who the anesthesiologist is, what he's using, of course, to put you out, and what procedure you're having done. So all those questions have to be answered, and he or she will answer them for you. And like I wrote in my answer to this person, anesthesiologists are one of the kindest, nicest people personally that I've ever met in the medical profession. They're very reassuring. Because I'm very anxious when I go for these things, and I get a lot of anxiety about it. They're very, they try to calm you down and reassure you that everything's going to be fine, and it always has been. Remember that. You will be fine. Every situation has been different. Like this last time in my video, I explained that I did not even remember going to sleep. I kind of remember feeling drowsy, but I do not remember falling asleep or waking up really. I kind of remember coughing and going and everything, and then the nurse came over and was like, "Hi Mary, okay?" And I was like, when are they gonna do? Did you do it? Is it done? And she's like, "You're all done. You're ready to go." I was like, "What?" That was weird. That was really weird, and I didn't feel that. I felt kind of woozy, and my eyes were kind of like that on the way home. And I slept pretty good when I got home. But other than that, it was a walk in the park. Sometimes I have counted. Usually they've had me count backwards. They'll go, "Okay, Mary, now count backwards from 100," and you go 100, 99, 98, and you don't feel anything. It's not a scary feeling. You don't feel, and believe me, if anybody's gonna get scared, it would be me. I've never felt afraid when I go out. You just go out. I don't know how to explain it. So don't ever worry. If you have to go through the procedure and you're going to have to be put under anesthesia, don't be super freaked out about it. There's been a couple times when I've woken up that I've been a little anxious. But also the nurses there are very in recovery, are always very calming, reassuring nurses, and they help you through that part of the waking up. I think it just depends on how much out you've been. This last time I probably wasn't really out that much, just enough. And I guess if they are good at what they're doing, and all the ones I've had have been, they give you just what you need to for what you're being put out for. So Anyway, so that's one of the biggest things I think people worry about. I don't know if anybody else has any other questions. I hate the IV part. That I have very small veins, and so it's hard for them to do IVs on me because it's just hard to get sometimes. Sometimes it's like so easy, and then sometimes it's not. When I had the heart one the other day with the nuclear medicine, that one was a pain. It hurt. They did it on top of my hand. It hurt. It hurt. I'm sorry, it hurt. And then when they put the nuclear medicine stuff in, oh, it was very painful for me. Not everybody has this happen though. So, because I've talked to people that have gone through it and they've been fine. So I guess it just depends on who it is. But the IV part, you know, for some of you guys might be a easy, and then some of us is a little harder. We just have to say a prayer when they're doing it, or whatever you do to calm yourself down and to feel better. Think about somebody else that's going through something difficult, and you know how they have that saying, offer it up for this person. Like, you have a friend or family member who's going through a lot, maybe anything, sickness or financial or different problems they're having, and just think of them, what they're going through, and that you offer up what you're going through for them. I think it's a nice thing to do, and it helps take your mind off things for a little bit. So I covered the IV, the actual being put out, the waking up, and then of course there's the healing time, depending on what you are having done, which you need to make sure you give yourself enough rest, time to rest. Don't be super brave or a martyr and try to do stuff you're not supposed to do, because then your body can't heal, depending on what it is you're recovering from. If it's some simple procedure, then you don't only need a couple days rest. That's fine. But if it's a more serious surgery and you need to, you know, have 3 weeks or 4 weeks or whatever, do what the doctor says and eat healthy foods, drink a lot of water, fluids, not sodas, please. I like to mix fruit juice, like real fruit juice, with water, because I'm not a water fan. I am a milk fan. As anybody has watched some of my videos, they will know I am a milk addict, and my name is Mary, and I'm addicted to milk. Anyway, yeah, I love milk, so I have to be careful, because I have to try and drink non-fat milk versus whole milk. Sometimes we have whole milk in our house, and oh my gosh, it is so good, and I drink it, and I'm not really shouldn't be doing that. And then I notice that the pounds start slowly coming back, so I have to be careful. So I kind of got off topic. I'm talking about milk. So I just wanted to, since I had that person write that, I just wanted to go over some of the things so people aren't afraid of procedures, even dentist procedures. You know, sometimes you have to be put out for that. Oh yeah, that's another thing I've had to be put out for, was having my tooth. One time I had this dentist, and he was so good. He did my IV, and I was just don't remember anything. Pulled my tooth out, and oops, sorry about that. He pulled my tooth out, and it was so easy. I mean, afterwards part, you know, you have to be careful when you have a tooth pulled, because you have to make sure that cotton stuff stays in there, and you can't drink from a straw, I think, for like a day, and you have to eat soft foods, and you have to make sure you swish really carefully with salt water, and you have to be really careful. But yeah, I had to go be out for that. So and even when you're not out, there's so many advances in dentistry that it's not as scary as it used to be. So don't be afraid to have your teeth. Don't be afraid to get your teeth taken care of. And don't be afraid to go to the doctor. If you ever feel a lump, a bump, a weird freckle, me, I had well, you can see my thing. It's not so bad now. But, I just thought it was a funny little freckle. It was shaped like a half moon. It wasn't a bump or a big ugly mole or bleeding or anything. But it was melanoma. So, what are you gonna do? Gotta get these things checked. So now I go every 3 months, now that it's been removed, to make sure. So anyway, just take care of yourself. And I just want you to know I love you guys very much. And I'll talk to you soon.